guys, I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to my video, and today I thought we could spend the day together. I've got a super busy morning, but then it's quite a nice chilled evening and it is a rest day, so I thought we could spend it together and just have a little catch up. I'm also filming and spend the day with me for TikTok, so this is going to be a real test of my memory to see if I can remember to do both and do both to a good quality as well. But yeah, it's a rest day, so we've got a really busy morning of calls. I've basically got to sort all my client messages out first of all, and then I've basically got 2.5 hours of back-to-back calls before I've then got content filming to do, then I've got editing to do. I also want to get in some movement as well in the form of maybe like yoga. I've got client calls this evening, and then I've also got steps obviously to do as well. So I thought I'd bring you along with me on my kind of rest day but day in work, and just talk you through a little bit more about kind of what I do as well. So we've got a peppermint tea and we're ready to go. You're gonna have to ignore the quality of the light. It's absolutely shocking. You would never think that it's the middle of July and it's this dark, but here we are. So this morning I've got my mint tea. I'm gonna reply to all my client messages, check in on them all and make sure they're all doing okay. And then I'm gonna make a coffee before I then have a mindset call. It is coffee time, finally. I hope you can still hear me. But yes, we have done all my client messages, I've got back to everyone, I've got back to my inquiries. So now it's time for my first call of the day, which is going to be my mindset call. So it's my call with my mindset coach, and then I'm going straight into a group call for mindset coaching, and then I'm going straight into a call about potentially moving apps, so moving to a different client app, which is going to be very exciting. At least the lighting's a little bit better in here. So yeah, I'm gonna try and give you kind of updates throughout the day on a little bit more kind of like behind the scenes of the business, I think, because I've realised I've not really spoken on YouTube about what I do. Like, I am an online health and fitness coach, but I don't really talk about that much about what I do. But then also I am pretty new to YouTube as well. But yeah, this video is just gonna give you a little bit more of like an insight basically into kind of what I do and all of that jazz. First up even is coffee time. And I can't wait. Like, my coffee is literally my favourite part of the day. Something that I have been doing though is obviously starting the day with my mint tea. I love it. Like, it's really good for my digestion. I'm growing mint in the garden as well, so it is like fresh mint tea, which is even better. So yeah, it's just a really nice way to start the day, but I always look forward to my coffee so much. Literally feel like I literally feel like I'm juggling because I'm trying to do my TikTok and I'm also trying to do my camera, and I've only got one long what's it called, tripod. Oh my god, no I don't, I have another one upstairs. Maybe I'll have to get that out after my call. Coffee is acquired, let's go to my calls. Hello. First call is all done. So I started mindset coaching at the beginning of the year because I think a lot of people, when they look at like changing or they look at like transformation, they look a lot at like the physical side of things, and there was a lot of things like mentally that were holding me back. And honestly, like, mindset coaching has been a complete game changer. Like, it's absolutely incredible, and it is a plan of mine to like get my qualification in mindset coaching, so it's an aspect that I can bring into my own coaching, because honestly, like, I've learned so much. And yeah, it's just crazy how like experiences from when you're like younger and things that happen when you're a child can have such an impact on you like when you're older, in ways that like you don't even know, like, until you really like tap into your subconscious. But yeah, it's literally incredible. So I've got a nice little 10-minute break now before my next call, which is a group mindset call. So I'm just trying to work out what I should do. You know what, I think I'm gonna film a quick video for Instagram. That's what I'm gonna do. So just come off that group call. So I have another 10 minutes now before my next call, which has worked out quite well actually, because I thought they were going to be like back to back, but we've had a little bit of a break, which is quite nice. So yeah, so that was the group call, and next now I have a one-to-one call about a potential new app for my clients. So I obviously help coach kind of females. I coach females not just with fitness goals, but with health, with their confidence and empowerment. So we quite literally change lives. But a big part of the reason I'm able to do that is because I invest so much time and so much energy and finances and everything into kind of becoming like a better version of myself, not just in terms of like a better coach, not just in terms of, you know, like learning more about, you know, how to coach and, you know, what to coach and things like that, but also learning more about kind of like my own mindset, like my own kind of like mental mental blocks, like what holds me back, like how to kind of be the best version of myself. So yeah, I think it's so important that you do kind of, if you like whatever you're doing, like even if it's not your job, even if it's not a hobby, like whatever you're doing, that you are investing in yourself. I just think it's so important. Like we literally get one life, and life is too short to be held back by, you know, limiting beliefs, or held back by lack of confidence, or like any of the above. Like you literally get one life. And obviously I know that everyone's circumstances are different, but yeah, for me, kind of investing in myself, investing in my business it's been a game changer, and I don't think I'd still be doing it if I hadn't kind of made those investments. And as scary as they can seem, like I do think that the best things come from the uncomfortable situations, because those are the situations that allow you to grow. But yeah, I'm gonna get ready for my next call now, and then we're gonna have breakfast. Got my chocolate chip cookie for breakfast, which is actually mad because like now this didn't even occur to me. Like we're pretty much having a cookie, like a breakfast cookie, chocolate chip cookie for breakfast. Whereas like me when I was younger would have literally like freaked out and been like, oh my god, there's peanut butter in it, I'm gonna get fat, or like, oh my god, there's chocolate in it, like I can't have that for breakfast. And now like, I just don't even care. Like food freedom is literally the most empowering thing in the world. But yes, I'm gonna have my breakfast now because I've been on calls for literally the last 3 hours. So I'm gonna have my breakfast, have a bit of a chill, and then I'm gonna get on with some content filming. Hello my loves, I'm back again. So I have done my TikTok videos, I have recorded my Instagram content, recorded my TikTok content, so all of that is going to be needed to be edited later, which of course I'll take you with me for. But what I'm going to do now is an inquiry video. So basically when I get a kind of inquiry through like Instagram or through someone filling in my inquiry form, I will obviously always have like a chat with them, and we'll basically run through a few things. And generally then we'll get on a call and we'll kind of have a little run through like exactly how coaching works, like what their goals are, how it could help them, etc, etc. But sometimes obviously that isn't like possible for some people. For this client in particular, she is a stay-at-home mum, so she's obviously very, very busy. So what I'm going to do basically is an inquiry video. So I'll show you kind of briefly how it looks. But essentially what I do is run through a kind of like, it is a presentation, but it's just kind of there. So they have something to watch and they don't have to watch me. And then I will literally run them through kind of everything about like what's involved, how it works, how it could work for them, etc, etc. So as you can see, why will it not focus? So as you can see, obviously I have like this presentation here that will basically kind of run through everything that they need to know, all kind of along here, and then I'll basically run through like how that is relevant to them and what we can do for them, etc, etc, etc. So yeah, that is what I'm going to film now. I've got just one to film now, and then I'm actually going to have a bit of a break because your gal is tired. It is a rest day today, but I generally find that if I don't do like any form of movement, like as in I don't kind of take that break for myself in the day, I just get really like, I just miss it. Like I like moving my body, but also I need rest. But yeah, I like it to kind of like break up the day, especially when I'm working from home. So I'm going to do a YouTube yoga session. So or maybe a Pilates session. I'm just gonna have a little look and find one. And yeah, I'm gonna do about kind of half an hour, I think. yoga is done. I did a Pilates, so I did a 30-minute Pilates workout, as you will have just seen. Do you know what? I quite enjoyed it. I'm still trying to like find my feet with different things that aren't kind of like weight training and not just like walking as well. Like walking is amazing, but I go for a walk every single day. But like for me today, I'm going for a walk later. So for this kind of movement, like halfway through the day, I just wanted something that's like relaxing, but just something challenging as well. Like I do find Pilates really challenging, especially with the flows and stuff. Like it's quite hard, especially if you're not used to it. So yeah, so that is my focus. But yeah, I'm glad I got it done. I'm gonna make myself a cup of tea now and I'm actually gonna have a bit of a chill. I honestly feel wiped out. It's only 2:20, but I literally haven't stopped today yet. So yeah, we're gonna have a bit of a chill, watch a bit of YouTube, and I'll catch up with you in a minute.
You're all doing well. In today's video, I thought I would just take you along on a couple of days
in
my life.
Maisie.
It's currently Wednesday, the something of April, and I'm going to take you along today and tomorrow, just because I have a couple of things on, so I thought, why not? I'm just about to head to the gym, as you can go.
So I've just made myself a chicken wrap for lunch, and then so I'm going to quickly have that, and then I'm going to do some editing before my next client call. I am absolutely shattered. Today has been so exciting, but so busy. And you know those days that like mentally, like a lot, like, you know, you have to focus, like really focus. Yeah, I'm just tired. But yeah, I'm going to have this now and then crack on with some editing. Hello guys. So it is now a few days later. My spend the day with me did not go to plan, I'll be honest. My afternoon just got super busy, and you know when you just feel a little bit overwhelmed. So yeah, so I didn't really end up filming much more. I can't really remember at what point I stopped filming. But yes, obviously that was my kind of spend the day with me. It was meant to be a more chilled afternoon. It didn't really end up that way. So I ended up working, I think until about kind of 7 o'clock. And then we took the dogs for a walk. I came back, made dinner and everything. So yeah, by that point I was just a little bit tired. So I just didn't film anymore. But yes, I said at the beginning of the video it was going to give you a little bit more of an insight into kind of what I do. I don't think it really did that, to be fair. It just, obviously I took you along on my day with me. It was a busy day of kind of like calls. I had group calls, I had client calls, I had calls with app developers. So yeah, there was a lot of kind of calls involved. I also had to do a lot of content. I had to film a lot of content, edit content as well. So yeah, it was just a busy day on, I suppose, kind of like behind the scenes stuff, like not your typical kind of, you know, like coaching stuff. But the perks of being self-employed are that you literally do it all. Like I'm not just a coach, I don't just do the coaching, I don't just run the business, like I do everything. So I do the coaching, obviously I speak to my clients all the time, like I'm constantly kind of on top of what they're doing. Obviously I do all their programming, like their audits, their nutrition, everything, their habits, obviously like checking on them. I speak to most of them pretty much every single day. And then I also obviously do like the behind the scenes stuff. So I do, you know, like the background stuff to do with the apps and to do with the programming and, you know, the, obviously I do the content, I do TikTok, I do Instagram. I try and obviously keep on top of all of them. Obviously I do like my own education. I obviously do the sales side of it, the finance side of it, the admin side of it. So yeah, it is a busy, like it's a busy role, but honestly, like I absolutely love it. I'm so grateful to have the job that I do and to be able to help people in the way that I do. So yeah, my job is essentially a health and fitness coach, but my approach is very different in terms of my approach is not a one size fits all. It's very much we do what works for you so that you can not only get your results but also build a lifestyle that's going to help you sustain them as well. Because I'll be honest, like there are so many people that could get you those results, but ultimately that means absolutely nothing if you can't maintain them and if you actually can't do it in a way that works for you and your lifestyle. And this is where so many people go wrong, is because they'll try and do something that someone else is doing, or they'll try like a cookie cutter program, or you know, they'll suddenly try jumping all in and doing like absolutely everything at once, and it just doesn't end up getting you anywhere. And actually it just ends up knocking your confidence and pushing you like further and further back, because then every time your confidence is knocked, you then kind of lose that belief in yourself that you have the ability to, you know, to make a change. So yeah, so that is something that we massively focus on. We are very lifestyle focused in terms of building those foundations, building those habits, and then kind of building on those habits as well, ultimately to make it work for you. And a massive part of my coaching is mindset, and it is kind of changing that mindset from a self-sabotage, from a negative, I can't do this, to a, okay, but I can do this, or I'm trying to do this, I'm learning to do this, I'm building this version of me, etc, etc, etc. So yeah, that's just like a little brief overview. I'm sure I'll do another spend the day with me, which will go into a little bit more detail about kind of like what I actually do. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching if you're still here, and I shall see you in the next video.